Hello, you are welcome to the presentation on From Unsustainable to Sustainable Development. Myself, Abdul Samad, I am working as an assistant professor at AMU Jangipur, Murshidabad. So, the learning outcomes of this presentation are as follows. After the completion of presentation, students will be able to understand the concept of sustainable development, differentiate between sustainable development and unsustainable development, analyze the methods for sustainability for urban, rural, and wilderness settings, devise some methods to use resources optimally, and participate in sustainable development. The need for sustainable development and biodiversity conservation. The great strides in economic development that world has made it in the past few decades is remarkable. It is visible from several sections of the society have improved in their incomes. Apparently, they are facing some quality of life, some loss of quality of life. This quality of life is their access to resources such as water, air, land, housing, and amenities such as healthcare, availability of green space, recreation, security, and peace. The completion of economic advancement and economic development has made the human beings think development in a selfish manner and toward only vertical development. They forgot that environment is shared by all the species created by God, and the same environment gives life to everyone. In the rural sector, loss to the traditional value systems that supports the harmonious relation between human beings and resources has made a broad cleavage between rich and poor. It has resulted from the changes in the lifestyle of a farmer through using irrigated farming and also the overuse of fertilizers and pesticides for better yields. This loss of equitable resources has been resulted from poorly designed development strategy which undermines the reality of rural world. The, the wilderness dwellers are basically depend on the products from forests, greenlands, wetlands, mountains, and semi-arid ecosystems develop the very foundation of the ecological setting of their traditional homelands. While urbanization and industrialization, which is considered as the parameter for economic development, these are the challenges to sustainable development. It has led to the degrading of forests, grasslands, mountains, rivers, and wetlands. It creates increasing the disparities in wealth. It has also the impact on biological diversity and lead to severe climate change. These two concerns are the most important challenges the world must face. This requires the access, the change in formal educational processes, creation of better equitable access to health and education are crucial for sustainable development. While it can be said that the protection and preservation of all natural resources and biodiversity is most important for sustainable future. These important resources include air, water, biodiversity, food, nutrition, and mitigating effects of climate change are elements of sustainable future. The question arises that what should be done to preserve the natural resources? The answer to this the answer to this problem seems to be placing scientific method for conservation of resources and developing alternate energy sources considerations as the primary thing of all developmental sectors without necessarily slowing economic growth. This strategy must include mitigative measures such as eco-restoration of degraded land, using local plant species and biodiversity preservation. Industrial growth. Industrial growth must be planned so that the total environment impact of all the industries in the region is within the carrying capacity of the natural resources and energy production. Likewise, agricultural growth cannot succeed in the long term if the wilderness and its biological diversity are eliminated from the region. The better environment is more conducive to all sectors of the society, protecting the wider range of living beings that from the silent web of life is an integral part of human being. This can be implemented both within our national parks and sanctuaries as well as by preserving the genetic diversity of an indigenous crops and livestock. Then the intervention for sustainable development should be at global level: urban sustainability, rural sustainability, and wilderness sustainability. So let us take at global level. The development over the last 2 centuries has been linked to the needs of economic growth of developed nations. It is done at the cost of poorest nations whose resources have been overexploited. For instance, within India, Jharkhand is the state in which natural resources are abundant in nature. Although that development of Jharkhand has not taken place even after 7 decades of independence, the challenges for developmental strategy that Earth can sustain in the long term are manifold and often highly local specific. Many of these challenges that raised from our current pattern of sustainable development must be addressed at global, national, state, local, and even individual levels. The management of resources is essentially different in urban, rural, and wilderness contexts. We can achieve a good result if we adopt sustainable lifestyle, which includes management of water, air, land, and biodiversity. Second is urban sustainability. We should adopt measures to conserve energy, use alternative energy sources, develop better public transport, use non-polluting vehicles that reduce emissions, create and implement better sewage system, ensure better than solid waste management at the city and individual household level, reducing our use of consumer goods which ultimately adds waste. Third one is rural sustainability. It includes water for irrigation, better land use and green cover management, preserving our great diversity of crops, and maintaining our indigenous livestock breeds and other major concerns. The impact of overuse of fertilizer and pesticides is a health hazard for farmers as well as the consumers of these polluted agricultural products. Fourth one is wilderness sustainability. For the people who depend directly on goods and services from the forest, grassland, wetlands, coastal and hill ecosystems of their needs, the rapid changes triggered by economic growth seriously alter the environment. Land use changes have made them resource poor and even homeless. The change required to move from unsustainable to sustainable development must begin at the grassroots level. Much of this can be dealt with through enlightened local governance. This needs relevant educational inputs and local capacity building. If each individual uses resources, the world becomes a better place to live in. So, the definition of sustainable development should be, and from our previous discussion, we can say that development that meets the needs of the current generation without compromising the future generation to meet their own needs. How education now one question I have is how the education and awareness can make it happen. Answer is sustainability. There has been a large gap between the understanding of the need for sustainability and implementation. India's 12th year development plans also expect the country to move towards long-term sustainability in every sector. With half of the UN Decade of Education for Sustainable Development completed, India does not achieve the completion even after implementing several strategies at school and college education level. environmental education in India was inserted in curriculum after invention of Supreme Court of India and its direction to MHRD. The beginning of ESD, Education for Sustainable Development, must come from appreciating the difference between environmental education and ESD. The basis of environmental education are two. First one is the appreciation of natural world, and second one is how its degradation affects all people everywhere. That's why we can say that ESD, how it goes beyond the scope of environmental education, which is linked with three basic pillars of sustainability, and these three pillars are economic, social, and environmental concerns. Therefore, sustainable development is the concern with everyone's lifestyle in developing, emerging, and developing nations. This again defines specific approaches to sustainable development. The case of developing countries. First one is the case of developed countries. First, in developed countries, sustainable development must deal with minimizing the previous impact of sustainable development patterns. Sustainability is primarily linked to reducing consumerism and waste generated by affluent societies. Also show by reducing emissions from fossil fuels released by vehicles and industries. It also promotes the less use of fossil fuels for domestic and industrial purpose. Second, in the case of developing countries, in developing world, sustainable development is concerned with the using the strategy towards economic growth that will not hinder the life of future generations. The impact of poverty and population growth in the developing countries is close linked to the level of sustainability containing population growth and poverty alleviation, combined with the lack of basic education, is a major concern in the developing economic distribution. Third case of emerging countries. In emerging countries like China and India, the issues related to sustainable development are those seen in both developed and developing countries. Therefore, the need to provide an action-related education and awareness study for all the development stakeholders that affect sustainability at individual and community level is a major change in India. Appreciating the ill effects of unsustainable development for rapid economic growth is the first step towards understanding the sustainability. Conclusion of our discussion is, since the majority of development issues deal with the utilization of resources and energy, are consequences and their misuse and reuse. The matrix of parameters linked to the levels of sustainability based on three pillars of development: data, economic, social, and environmental, can be used to conceptualize, design, implement learning strategies that can be used for action-oriented teaching for ESD. Sustainable lifestyle changes that every individual can make contribute to the overall quality of life. All this is an action-oriented component of the education that must be appreciated by each and every one of us. Class library references. Thank you very much for learning with me. We will meet again sometime.